Swadekhap, and welcome back to another video. I wanted to finish off the year to come back to explain a gallery that I have done in October, and you can see the video that I made for Fresh. So I wanted to explain my photo exhibition project here again before the year ends. And so the basic idea with my photo exhibition is simply about printing the photos you are proud of. And it all started with this first photo of a beachside scene with a very nice cliff landscape photo taken with the Olympus OM10 with one of those Fujifilm C100 or Extra 400. I don't remember at the time which film I used because this was a trip to Spain back in 2018, 2019 before the lockdowns. So a lot of the information of the cities and locations and film were lost in time. But this was the first photo that I have seen on the screen where I had this feeling that I needed to see this printed and see it fully, physically. That a screen is not enough. And it's the first photo that made me understand what a lot of YouTubers have been talking about taking a photo and the editing is not even the final step in a photo's journey. That final step is to actually print it and to see it physically. And this was the first photo that I had that made me feel that for the first time, especially for film photos. But that was the first photo in the whole collection. And the main premise, again, is to print out the photos that you yourself are proud of and will certainly be worthwhile to be able to hang and display in your own home as well. That with some research, one does not really need to break the bank as well when trying to print something that will still look decent. In the next photo that I will skip to another unique photo, and it comes into the title of the event, which is called Unexpected, was this double exposure shot that I got back when I was trying to do my Film February challenge for the competition hosted by Andrew and Danae. And so in this situation was that I was doing my regular street photography run, and it so happened that on my 27th shot the film jammed and it did not let me go to the next exposure. So thinking that it was the camera, I decided to rewind the entire roll and then reload it again, which I've done at least once in the past. Only when I reached to the 27th shot and I've taken a second shot that I realized that the roll of film that I had was actually 27 exposure and not 36. In which case I thought I had ruined a shot. But regardless, I went to develop the film and I was quite surprised on the results and was quite happy about it. As certainly an unexpected photo to come out that I don't think I'll be able to replicate anytime soon. And it also turns out to be a photo from our usual 3:2 aspect ratio to become a 16:9 aspect ratio. So it certainly became a longer vertical photo from our usual film photos or any other camera for that matter. So it's certainly a unique photo that I was quite pleasantly surprised. A happy accident that a lot of photographers like to say from time to time. So for the main photo series that I put together, and this was from two separate locations, Spain and Croatia, and were taken a year apart. And since I had a lot of photos from both locations, I needed to create a narrative of what kind of story I want to tell. And I had to look back on what was my experience when going to those countries. Most of the time when we go abroad, and even from people who come from America to Thailand, is usually to experience different cultures. And it's the same here, where I'm from Thailand and I get to experience other cultures abroad. And something that I've noticed, and something that I think I'm just observing more each year, is just the change in architecture and our surroundings. So when I look back on these photos, I see how a lot of the cities that we visit are old towns that are well preserved and people still live in them to this day. And I question back to Bangkok and how some of the old architectures and buildings have been torn down, and some of the things I've tried to document in the past as well. That even though there might be an idea of how modernized other countries in the West are, they still preserve their old architecture and their old cultures to this very day. And I think it's something, at least in this gallery exhibition, I wanted to share to people, to appreciate the old Thai architectures that were here before us. And there was this one last photo that is of a very tight alleyway, and though this may look very unique in that location, the story that I shared to visitors was that it does remind me of my own alleyways here, where buildings are around 3 stories tall with similar balconies. But that will be the end of my gallery exhibition. And again, you can sort of see Fresh's explanation of his photo exhibition exhibited with me back in October. And I'll be having another exhibition actually at 6060 Gallery Art Space in July. And I hope to sort of vlog the process, but that will be a story for another time. I'll see you later. Goodbye.